FC Dallas will head to the Midwest on Sunday to take on the Chicago Fire at Toyota Park. What's it going to take as FCD tries to tie a franchise record with their 6th straight win? And despite a rough season, how important is it to not overlook this Fire team? We'll discuss it next in Keys to the Match, driven by Toyota. FC Dallas will look for their 6th straight win on Sunday, which would tie a franchise record set back in 1999 against who else but the Chicago Fire.
Yeah, it's been an incredible run for Dallas. 5 wins in a row, combined score of 13-2 over those 5 games, and they haven't even trailed in a match since the June 13th game against Seattle. The key for Dallas is to not let your levels drop. When you're on a long stretch of great results like this, you have a tendency to maybe take your foot off the gas. With road games left against Sporting Kansas City, LA, and Vancouver, they need to make sure to get 3 points in this one to keep pace at the top of the Western Conference.
Despite scoring 4 goals last week against Portland, it was once again the defense that stood tall, just allowing the Timbers a stoppage time PK, only the 2nd goal FC Dallas has allowed in the last 5 games.
Yeah, and the offense is getting the headlines, but it's a defense that's really doing the great job for FC Dallas right now. As you said, just 2 goals allowed in the last 5 games. It was that unfortunate own goal against DC United, and then a penalty kick against Portland when the game was already 4-0. And the key for Dallas has really been the communication across the back line. Goalkeeper Dan Kennedy with the back 4, they know where each other is going to be at all times. And then when you have guys like Victor Ulloa and Kellen Acosta really protecting that back line, it makes for a really tough team to score on.
Turning our eyes to the opponent, FC Dallas sits first in the Supporters Shield standings right now, and Chicago sits in last place, but as we've seen this season, you can't overlook the underdog. Yeah,
and road games are never, ever easy, as we've seen throughout the season. And Chicago, even as the last place team, they're only 5 points out of a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference, so they're coming into this one desperate for a win. The key for Dallas, don't get beat on counterattacks, don't get beat on set pieces, because they've got guys like Fabian Castillo and Mauro Diaz who are going to carve out some great offensive opportunities as they look to get 3 points.
Sunday's match will be shown nationally on Fox Sports 1 and the Fox Sports Go app. Or as always, you can tune into the radio broadcast in English on 100.7 FM, The Word, with Steve Davis, or in Spanish on 1270 AM, La Voz del Pueblo, with your host, Carlos Alvarado. Well, that does it for this week. For Keys to the Match, driven by Toyota, I'm Carter Baum.
And I'm Daniel Robertson. We'll see you next time.